Hey, you guys, how are you? Next week is Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are excited. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Spend time with your families and stay safe. I know COVID is spreading in other states, and now unfortunately it's starting to trickle into Georgia again. So we got to take care of each other. So just remember, not to get tired of wearing those masks when you go out and washing your hands and socially distance, but that's what we have to do. We have to do that, you guys. So anyway, let's look at what is coming ahead for this week. It's a little bit different this week, so I just wanted to talk to you about it real quick. So it is November 16th through the 20th. So there's my fun turkey. All right, so on Monday, so last week, just don't remember what we did last week, okay? You had your introduction to functions. Remember what makes a function. A function is if there's a y value, a different y value for every x value. So basically the x's don't repeat. So you're going to go to USA Test Prep through your lunch point, and you are going to answer some review questions. Last week we looked at finding the rate of change through tables, equations, and graphs. So you're going to have to remember all of that stuff. And if you're having trouble remembering it, I made you a couple of videos last week. So you really do need to go back and look at the practice problems I sent you on my PowerPoint, and also the video that I made for you guys last week. So that was a lot of stuff in just a couple of days. So in order to do well on these 3 assignments, you're gonna have to remember how to do that last week. So like I said, that video is still there for you for last week. If you need to go back and review that, that will be good for you to do. So on Tuesday and Wednesday, you're doing these hilarious joke papers that I'm going to show you in just a second. Thursday is a makeup day, so no new assignments for Thursday. If you have any missing work, do it. You guys are in accelerated class. You don't want to lose your spot in an accelerated class, so make sure you don't have any zeros. And then Friday is a service learning day for our in-building and virtual students. And so I don't have a ton of information about that right now. You'll have a choice of 6. There's 6 activities you can choose. You have to choose 3 of them, and you have to show that you've done them somehow. Anyway, I haven't seen that. I haven't looked too closely at that yet, but information will be forthcoming. All right, so on the first activity for Tuesday, it says graphing practice. So let me show you, let me share this other screen with you. I have all these screens, you guys, all these screens. All right, so on this activity, the joke is, how does Toggle Tux feel today? So how you're gonna get the answer is, let's start up here at number 1. All right, so why is my pen writing? Right there. So basically it gives you this equation, y equals 3x minus 2, and then it gives you all these values to plug in for x. So if x is 3, we're going to plug in 3 right there for x. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 minus 2 is 7. So when x is 3, y is 7. All right, now we're going to plug in 2 for x. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 minus 2 is 4. When x is negative 2, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8. And if x is 0, anything times 0 is 0, and 0 minus 2 is negative 2. So then what you're going to do is you're going to graph. So these are basically ordered pairs, coordinates, however you want to call them. Ordered pairs are coordinates. So you're going to go to your graph. So the origin is in the center, right? So this tells you, the first number tells you to go right or left. So if it's positive, you go right. If it's negative, like the third one, you go left 2. And then the second number controls the y-axis, so it controls up or down. So if it's positive, you go up. If it's negative, like the third one, you go down. So 3, 7, start at the origin, go right 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go from there up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my dot right there. Of course, my pen doesn't like making dots. All right, then we're going to go right 2 up 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then we're going to go left 2 down 8. 1, 2. Oh, this is hard to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. Oh my gosh, this other button, the other dot disappeared. Did you see that? And then 0, -2 right there. And that one disappeared too. And if I had a ruler, which hopefully you do have a ruler, I don't have one that I can use right now, but you're going to draw as straight as possible. Oh my gosh, this pen is driving me crazy. As straight as possible, you're going to draw a line through all of those points. And it's going to go through a letter. Did you guys see that? It went through the letter T. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to find the number 1. I'm going to write a T. All right. So that's how this works. Now, all of these are linear equations. How do I know they're linear equations? Because my x and my y on all of them have an exponent of 1. So they're all linear. Okay. So if you end up getting a not straight line, a nonlinear line, then you're not right. Either one of your values here is incorrect, or you graphed it incorrectly. Okay, so I've done the first one with you, so you have to do the other 7 on your own. So when you're done, you will answer my hilarious joke. So that's for Tuesday. Oh, and then you're going to open the text box in that assignment, and you're going to put the answer of the joke, okay? But this is great practice because 8th grade math is full of graphing. I mean, almost probably 65, 60% of 8th grade math is graphing. So this is a great practice for you guys to do. All right, so then on Wednesday, we're going to look at rate of change. Now on this one, they don't give you a table, but what they do is they give you a pair of coordinates. So let's look at letter B. So basically when we're done, we're gonna have 3 lines on this one graph right here. So we're gonna graph these 2 lines, or we're gonna plot these 2 points, and then we're gonna connect them and draw a line. So we're gonna graph 4, 4. So from the origin, we're gonna go right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then 1, 2, we're gonna go right 1, up 2. And then we're gonna draw our line. Oh my goodness. And now remember how I showed you last week, in order to find the rate of change, also called the slope, you're going to create a right triangle. You can do it above or below your line. It doesn't matter. And then remember, you always write the rate of change or the slope, rise over run. How tall is your right triangle? This one is 2 units tall and 1, 2, 3 units wide. And so since the line is going up and to the right, it's positive. So my rise over run is 2 over 3. My slope is 2 over 3. So I'm going to come down here at the bottom of the paper. I'm going to find 2 over 3, and I'm going to write the letter B there. Okay? Let me see if I can figure out one that's a negative slope. All right, letter E is right here. All right, so let's graph this. So remember, you read lines from left to right. If it goes up and to the right, it's positive. If it goes down and to the right, it's negative. So letter E, we're going to start at the origin. We're going to go left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then for the second one, we're going to go left 2, down 1. So when we connect our dots, I wish I could make a straight line. All right, we connected our dots. We're going to make our right triangle. And I get the rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rise is 5 and the run is 2. So it's still 5 over 2, but now my line is going down and to the right. So it's not positive 5/2, it's negative 5/2. Do I have a negative 5/2? Why don't I see it? -4, +3, and then -2. Oh, it's -1, you guys. Oh my goodness. So just kidding. That's why I don't see it. It's -2, -1. Sorry about that. I'm just showing you in the video what not to do. That's all I'm doing. What not to do. All right, so -2, -1. So you guys are probably thinking that the whole time. Why did she do that? That's not right. So now my rise is not 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's still 2 here. So 4/2. Well, what is 4 divided by 2? 4 divided by 2 is 2, but now, like I said earlier, see I have a +2 and a -2 right here. You have to pay attention. This line goes down and to the right. That's a -2, so -2 is E. So if you have a positive slope, it goes up and to the right. If you have a negative slope, it goes down and to the right. There you go. All right, so that's Wednesday's assignment, okay, guys? That's Wednesday's assignment. And then, like I said, Thursday, do your work. No zeros, accelerated students. No zeros. There's no excuse for a 0. You can do things late, so do them. And then Friday, like I said, service learning day, and you will find out more information when I do. Everybody have a great week. I will talk to you soon.